your boy Ariel, and we're here at the Emerging Leaders Conference in Brooklyn, New York, where they got all of the CUNY schools coming together for one conference on leadership. We're about to teach these undergrad students what it means to be a leader, what it looks like to be a leader, right? I'm going to be doing a workshop entitled Decoding the Leadership Image, right? So we want to give them the principles that they need to be successful in school and after school. And one of the ways that they can do that is by developing their leadership. Welcome to the workspace. Welcome to the domain. When I'm in front of the crowd, when I'm in front of the people, I feel at home. I feel like I'm talking to all my little brothers. I feel like I'm talking to all my little sisters, my peers, my elders, right? I got some good information I want to share. I got some good words I want to give to them. I want to give them a gift. I want them to leave with the present, right? I want them to feel like they can use what I taught them and apply it to their lives. Because we all are leaders in our own respect. We need to all see ourselves as leaders first and foremost, right? Because if you can't lead yourself, you can't lead nobody else. I look back on my life and my experiences, starting off in Syracuse, New York, starting off in the hood, poverty, Section 8 food stamps. That's where I come from. That was my life at one point in time. And at that time, I didn't have no mentors or no role models to guide me to be a better person, to be a better leader, right? But what I don't want y'all to overlook is the first leader in your life. And the first leader in your life is your parents. Let's just keep it real. Parents nourish you, they make sure you're fed, they take care of you when you're sick, they lead you into good information, and they help develop the person who you are today. So no matter the relationship with our parents, no matter how we feel about the decisions that they made over time, at the end of the day, they was first. They was the first teachers. They was the first leaders. They was the first example. They were the first thing we saw when we came into this world. So we always got to make sure that we show love and respect and honor our mothers and our fathers and all of our legal guardians, those who took care of us when we was young, when we didn't know no better, when we was dumb, when we was acting up, when we didn't want to go to school. They was always there to guide us. It was always there to give us a good word of encouragement. And home always was a safe place. So shout out to all the parents out there. And shout out to all of those trying to be the best that they can be every single day. You can look a certain way, dress a certain way, but that doesn't make you who you are. You are the things that define you, your characteristics. What do you do in times of adversity? What do you do in times when you try? What do you do in times that you don't know what to do, right? Your decision making, your thought processes, all the decisions and actions that you made, that's who you are. Good leaders go first. So every day I try to wake up and I try to put on the leadership image, right? The leadership image, the I in image stands for influence. Good leaders have good influence. They have great influence. They have the power to persuade others to be in their movement. They have the power to persuade others to join their mission. The main thing we have to do is remember that we are the influencers of ourselves. We have to be able to control our minds. We have to be able to control our hands. And we have to be able to control our thoughts first and foremost, because nobody wants to follow a leader who can't even control himself. You're not going to go to the gym and want to lose weight from someone who's 300 pounds, right? You're not going to learn from them because it's like, you didn't even do what you tell me to do. So you're going to find someone in shape. You're going to find someone who looks as if they're taking care of themselves, someone who's putting the work, someone who has gotten the credentials, someone who has got the information and applied it and now are able to teach and show and inspire others, right? So I, influence. The M in image stands for maturity. Because at one point in our lives, we were all immature. We all did things that we second guessed. We did things that we look back on and we're like, wow, I can't believe I did that when I was in high school. I can't believe I did that in my last relationship, right? I can't believe I did that when I was in class. I should have studied more. I should have paid more attention, right? We all have had immature decisions. We all have did things in an immature mindset. But when you start to be a leader, when you start to get in positions of leadership, when you start to look in the mirror, right, and you see yourself, when you start to look past your pain, when you start to look past your hurt, when you start to look past all of those challenges and those adversities in your life, you gotta be mature about it and understand that we are all human. We all make mistakes. We all are in error at one point and another. So we got to be patient with ourselves, and we got to be kind with ourselves, and we got to make sure that we are making mature decisions from here on out, right? So we got influence, we got maturity. The A. The A in image stands for your actions. Your actions. Good leaders have good actions. Good leaders have good habits. I was listening to a podcast by Jim Quick, the Jim Quick podcast, and he talks about your habits. He talks about how you create your habits, and then your habits create you. The longer we allow our habits to form, the longer we allow them to prolong in our lives, the more they're there, you know they're there, and you continue to do them, and you continue to build these bad habits, it's going to be harder to uproot. So we're going to make sure that our actions, our habits, who we are, what we do on a daily basis, right? We're going to make sure that we're not building bad habits. So, we got I for influence, M is for maturity, A is for our actions, and the G is for growth. Good leaders don't have a fixed mindset, right? Good leaders are always trying to grow. They're always trying to be the best that they can be. They're always trying to challenge themselves. They are always trying to do different and be different. They're always willing to give it their best shot. They're always willing to grow. Because you have to be willing to grow past your comfort zone. You have to be willing to step outside of yourself. You have to be willing to read. You have to be willing to try different things. You have to be willing to do things first so that you can set the example for everyone that comes after you. You got to break cycles. You got to create new pathways. You got to pave the way for those coming after us. Because my journey was rocky, it was rough, and I don't want that for my children, right? Like I said, one day you're going to be in a position of leadership to your children, to your wife, and I don't want their future to be as hard as my past. So I'm going to do everything in my power. I'm going to grow. I'm going to read. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to read necessary books, take the necessary classes, get the mentors. I'm going to do all that. So that they have a smooth pathway, right? So we got growth in the E. Finally, the E, the last one, right? The E is for encouragement. E is for encouragement. The best leaders know how to motivate their people. They know how to encourage. They know how to inspire, right? So you gotta be willing to encourage. You gotta be willing to say, "Good job, man!" After you got that F. Good job after you got that F. After you failed. Why? Because we have a negative relationship with failure, right? We all fear failure. We all fear failure. Growing up, if you got an F, you were mocked, you were laughed at, you were made fun of, right? And that's the wrong mindset to have towards trying. Because if you got an F, you try. Now, if you didn't show the class, you try. But if you showed up and you gave it your best effort, and all you can do is get that F, you try. You gotta be willing to encourage yourself. You gotta be willing to be kind to yourself, first and foremost, before you be kind to anybody else. Give that same level of empathy, that same level of compassion, that same level of mercy you show to everyone else, to yourself. Alright, last thing, right? Everybody listen right hand. Everybody listen right hand. Right hand. Right hand, right hand. Give me on your heart. Give me on your heart. That heart is good. That heart is good. Every time you go into a self-challenging situation, always put your hand on your heart. Every time you do that heart, you got to get close. You are here to believe. You are on this earth to be good. You are on this earth to be the best leader possible. Okay? And we know that we're going to lead ourselves first. We're going to lead everybody around us second, all of our friends and things. We're going to set the way. We're going to pave the way for everybody, right? So whenever you get down on yourself, always remember, you are a leader. You have purpose. My name is Ariel. Thank you.
So I'm gonna send you this.
Awesome, for sure. Yeah, most definitely. Just finished up leadership image presentation at the Emerging Leaders Conference in Brooklyn, New York. CUNY 2020. All the CUNY students came out. We shared some good information, gave them some good principles. And hopefully we left an impact, man. We want to make sure that we impacting the youth, we impacting our peers, we're making a difference, right? We want to give people the principles and the strategies that they need to be the best person that they can be and have the best life that they can be.